Good afternoon and welcome to beautiful District 1. Woo! It is truly a wonderful day in the neighborhood, and I'd like to take the time to personally welcome you all to our neighborhood. I am so excited about this development. I have lived in the area known as District 1 for my entire life, and pretty much for my entire life, at least for the last decade, we have driven up and down KAYLN Road and thought about what could possibly go here. And the spot was vacant, and it was vacant, and it was empty, and we became discouraged. But lo and behold, something has arisen from the ashes, and it's so wonderful. This, as far as I can remember, is probably the largest development in Southwest Louisville. And so when I think about the revitalization of the KAYLN corridor, this Family Scholar House development will be integral to that. And so I so look forward to looking to see all the businesses that I anticipate will arise. I'm looking forward to seeing parks. I'm looking forward to seeing families. I'm looking forward to seeing children grow up and love this neighborhood in the same way that I do. So welcome to you all. Thank you to all of the people who have made this happen. And truly, the best is truly yet to come. And so many exciting things will come from this hollow ground that we stand on. And so we will proceed with the program, and welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Jessica. I want to thank everybody for being here, all the attendees, all the speakers, all of our financial partners, all of our operation and construction partners, our friends, and especially I want to thank all of the neighborhood residents, the people that we are proud to be part of your community today. Unfortunately, my partner, Jake Brown, had a small medical procedure he had to have today, and so he's not going to be here today. But I'd like to talk just briefly about this whole development. And when you take on something this size and you partner with somebody, you have to have a lot of faith and trust that your partner has your back, and you've got to make sure you have your partner's back. And Marion Development and Jake specifically have been great partners in Riverport Landings, and I'm really sad that Jake's not here today, but I know a big part of his team is here, and we appreciate that. At this point, I also want to make sure we thank Louisville Metro Government, Louisville Forward and Develop Louisville staff, because without them, this would not be a reality. We want to thank Metro Parks for being our partner as well. And really at this time, I'd like to call up somebody who's done a whole lot for this community and somebody who has done a ton for affordable housing, and look forward to all the work he's going to help us with in the future, Mayor Greg Fischer.
Thank you all so much. Well, if you're like me, when you rolled down KAYLN and you came in here, you just said, this is a dream. That's not quite a miracle, but it's a dream. We've been trying to do something with this property, Councilwoman, for a long time. And so to see the type of product that we ended up with on this multi-generational living facility, affordable housing, family scholar house, it doesn't get much better than that when it comes to community development, living in a city that cares about everybody and wants to make sure that everybody gets a step up in life. So it's not just that we're using the land, it's how we're using the land. And it's the people that came together with this vision on what could be possible. And I can't imagine anything better coming out of this piece of property. When you think about our overall city right now, we're doing really well. The key is everybody has to be connected to a hopeful and bright future. So everybody feels like they've got a shot at doing well. And everybody got to feel like they got a place that's theirs. And it could be a transition place like the Family Scholar House, a transition to greatness and possibility in a city. It might be a place where you're a senior and you say, I want a place where I can afford to live. But if you don't have a comfortable place to live and a roof over your head, you can't get anything else done. That's why affordable housing is so, so important for our community. And this model here today just really puts an exclamation point on how important that is and all of the partners that have come together to do this. We're really grateful to have outstanding partners in this work. When you think about Family Scholar House, when you think about Kathy Dykstra and the team that they have put together, one of the reasons why this is so beautiful and so grand is because of the confidence in Kathy and her team at Family Scholar House, that when they say they're going to do something, they not only get it done, they exceed your expectations. She and her team are truly global best practices. So Kathy, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to you and your team. I see Justin Brown, I believe. Thank you on behalf of your family for being here. You're looking good in your suit, man. Normally you're out working hard, so you're looking good today. We have with your all's taxpayers' dollars, if you're a citizen here of Louisville, we have dedicated ourselves to more and better affordable housing in our community. Over $40 million in the last couple budget cycles, and as long as I'm mayor, we're going to continue to invest in affordable housing in our community. I want to say thank you. Frank and Paula Harshaw. Frank, I guess he said, no, I'm not going to speak. Well, I'm going to embarrass you for a little while, okay? My family has known Frank and Paula for quite some time. And to come into this and see Harshaw Haven over here in the Resource Center and knowing your story of how much you've dedicated to this place and many other places throughout the community, and I started complimenting him. He quickly changed the subject and wanted to talk about how he's going to help something else in the community, because he is not good at taking compliments and praise for all of the wonderful work that you have done as one of our great citizens here in Louisville. Everybody, please recognize Frank and Paula Harshaw. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Amazing. I want to thank the Marion Group, as we just talked about with Jake and Justin, LDG Development, Chris and Mark and the entire team. These guys together have built over 9,000 affordable housing units. They are national players. We're fortunate that they're here in our city delivering best practices for us each and every day. I want to thank the funders. This is a big team effort to bring something like this together. Your Louisville Metro government put in about $7.5 million on this. Louisville Forward, Develop Louisville, Mary Ellen and Jeff over there, and your all's team, our Parks Department. This is a big city project as well. Our funders, Kentucky Housing Corporation, Louisville Metro Office of Housing and Community Development. Chuck, thank you with PNC Bank, JP Morgan Chase, Redstone Tax Exempt Funding, U.S. Bank, the Ezekiel Foundation, and then of course the many donors for Family Scholar House. So this has just been a great team effort, folks. This is something we can bring people from all over the country and say, this is how great things get done. Congratulations, everybody.
And now the lady that needs no introduction, Kathy Dykstra.
I am very blessed to get to visit Washington often as part of the Affordable Housing Tax Credit Coalition, and to talk to congressmen and senators from around the country about the importance of affordable housing. The one congressman that I never have to convince that affordable housing matters is my own. Congressman Yarmuth has understood from the very beginning that in order to do big things, you had to have a home base. Just like when we were kids and played tag, you went home to be safe. And he understands that, and it is my pleasure to introduce Congressman Yarmuth, District 3.
Thanks very much, Kathy, and good morning, everybody. This is a phenomenal day in the development of this part of our community and our community at large. Frank and Paula, thank you so much. Frank and I used to go on a lot of golf trips together, and we argued about politics a lot, but it's nice that, and I think this is a great example of people who can differ politically, but also come together behind an undeniably positive step for our community, and your citizenship and generosity is appropriately noticed and praised. Thank you very much. Thanks to everybody who had a role in this incredible project. It truly is awe-inspiring to see what can happen when a great team comes together. And of course, we're very, very lucky to be led by a great mayor, Greg Fischer, who has provided leadership in so many areas in this community. It was a little over a year ago that we gathered to break ground on this project, and the fruits of the tremendous amount of labor has gone into this project is truly remarkable, and they're clearly evident. What we see before us will not just have a significant impact on the lives and residents of this community, but our city and state as a whole. And intergenerational development like this isn't just about families and young people and seniors living together in one community. It's about all of them being valued members of that community, important pieces that come together in the puzzle that is life these days. The bond that's shared between family members can and should be extended to looking out for your neighbors, taking care of those in need in our community, or finding mentor figures you can look up to throughout your young or old life. That is what residents will find here, and I can't wait to watch this community grow. It's already been recognized nationally as a standout example of intergenerational living, and I know bigger things are to come for those who call this community home. And there's one thing I know about Kathy Dykstra, having been, I think, at virtually all of her groundbreakings and dedications, is that you know that you've never heard the last of Kathy Dykstra. There's always going to be a newer and even more important venture. So we look forward to that as well. So many affordable housing options throughout our Commonwealth would not be possible without the Kentucky Housing Corporation and the important work that they do. So I'm proud to now hand things over to Edwin King, Executive Director of the Kentucky Housing Corporation. Edwin?
Thank you and good morning. As the Congressman said, I'm Edwin King, the Executive Director of the Kentucky Housing Corporation, and on behalf of KHC staff and Board of Directors, I'm pleased to be with you here today to celebrate the grand opening of the Riverport Landings project. There are so many factors that can affect a person's outcome in life, and Riverport Landings really doesn't just provide a roof over someone's head. It's everyone here at either Riverport Family Scholar House, the Riverport Family Apartments, or the Riverport Senior Apartments. They'll have opportunities to live in this vibrant community with empowerment to their families and live more successfully daily. This project was submitted in our 2015 NOFA, where we partnered with Louisville Metro government, and both our agency and Louisville Metro set aside home funds approximately, we put in about $2.5 million in home funds and a total of $1.5 million in Affordable Housing Trust Fund dollars. KHC also contributed $3 million from the Equity Bridge Loan Program, and this short-term loan was used to extend the schedule of the low-income housing tax credit investors' equity payments to the project, which made the investment more attractive to those investors and bring in more equity. The 412 new affordable units are a testament to what we can do by working together to help Kentucky families have quality places to call home, where they can be a part of a community and thrive. KHC was also very pleased to award the Housing Innovation Award to Riverport Landings at our annual conference last week, because of its innovative approach to holistic housing and impact that it has on the lives here of the residents. And this project, of course, would not be possible without all of the development team, Marion Development, LDG, the Ezekiel Foundation, and of course the Family Scholar House. Additionally, I would also like to thank our partners Louisville Metro and Redstone, PNC Bank, and US Bank for all of your contributions to this project. And congratulations to all of our partners and the residents of Riverport Landings. Thank you.
Well, anytime you're in the real estate development business, you have operation partners, construction partners, property management partners. but none of this gets done without the money. So at this point, what I want to do is invite up a few of our financing partners, but I want to specifically thank Redstone, PNC Bank, U.S. Bank, Hope of Kentucky, J.P. Morgan Chase, Kentucky Housing Corporation, and Louisville Cares for providing financing that helped make this possible. At this point, I'd like to invite up Christine Merrill.
Hello, everyone. As just mentioned, my name is Christine Merrill, and I'm with Redstone Partners. Our firm is a construction and permanent lender for affordable housing nationwide. And we were given the opportunity to provide approximately $35 million in loan proceeds for the construction of this community. First off, I'd like to thank the LDG, Marian, and Scholar House team for letting us be a part of this development. Being here today on behalf of Redstone is particularly meaningful to me, as I was responsible for the underwriting of this loan, and therefore had the opportunity early on in the process to meet and get to know the development folks. Acknowledging the many challenges this team faced and overcame in the process, and having the chance to witness the end result of the vision that was presented to me 2 years ago is very exciting and an honor. In my 22 years of conducting due diligence and underwriting of affordable housing across this country, I can honestly say that Riverport is an absolute standout. This, of course, has to do with the nature of the development in terms of the intergenerational concept and the Family Scholar House model and mission, which I hope will be replicated nationwide. The 32 units designated to serve and support youth exiting foster care further sets a community apart. Not to mention the extremely well thought out scope of amenities and services and how these things come together to create a true sense of community as well as support systems for the residents here. Additionally, the quality of housing is some of the very best I have seen. So not only is Riverport providing much needed affordable housing to this neighborhood and city, it's providing high quality housing. All of these things that I've just barely touched on make Redstone and our investor in this community so very, very proud. And all of this justly speaks to the quality of the development team involved here and a team we are privileged to call our partners. Again, I truly want to thank LDG, Marian, and Family Scholar House, and most importantly, congratulations to everyone involved. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Dan Smith, and I work at U.S. Bank in a group that finances tax credit developments all over the country. And I learned a long time ago, if you're one of 3 bankers to speak at one of these events, you should keep it short. So I'm going to do that. I would just like to say, echo everything that was just said. We're very pleased to be involved. Chris mentioned several large banks that were involved, and it takes a lot of work to put these deals together. The thing that jumps out to me is just all of the different populations that are being served here, and I truly think this is the best of the tax credit program at work. So thanks to Congressman YARMUTH for supporting the program, and thanks to Kentucky Housing. And on behalf of U.S. Bank, congratulations to everybody who was involved.
Good morning. My name is Chuck Dunny. I'm with PNC Bank, and a number of my partners are here today, and I really want to give a shout out to Ryan Edwards, too, who's worked so hard on this project. And Kathy, thank you. I can't talk and turn around at the same time. So, Kathy, thank you for what an outstanding leadership, Kathy. DYKSTRA is. I think she's a transformative leader. We've known her for years. Justin, I've known your dad, Jake, for 30 years. And this is what Louisville does. This is what we do best. We work together as a team. You know, when Steve Case was here in May, he quoted an African proverb. He said, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And that's what we've done. That's what we've done as a community time and again. And the political leadership, the mayor, thank you for what you're doing, Congressman YARMUTH. This takes an entire community to pull something like this off, and we're all so very proud of it. It's a great time to be a Louisvillian. And I just want to thank my teammates at PNC. I want to thank all the banks involved. The underwriter, thanks for what you said about this being one of the best projects you've ever seen. And everyone here is here because you made a choice to be here to support this project. So thank you for your support and in every form that it took. Now, it's a great honor now to introduce CATHE DYKSTRA. You know, everybody could introduce CATHE DYKSTRA. She is an incredible human being. And when you think about CATHE, you think about her leadership. It's immense. And I think that as famous as CATHE is now, you know, I think generations from now, as these projects are built all around the country, you know, CATHE DYKSTRA will go down as one of the great leaders in our country for education and transforming communities and the way we think about education, the way we live. So it's my honor to introduce one of the great leaders in Louisville, in Kentucky, and I say in the nation, CATHE DYKSTRA.
Thank you. Thank you all. When I spoke to Jake this morning, we talked about how long Family Scholar House and Marion have partnered to provide housing for our families. It seems like just yesterday, but we've been working together for more than 10 years now. 5 Family Scholar House campuses just here in Louisville. Jake is like the brother my parents didn't give me. Good and bad. And I cannot think of anyone better to have as a partner in this important work. While Jake's expertise relates to housing, he truly has a heart for what we do and understands the impact that we can have together. Riverport Scholar House is a result of that, and many people, companies, and foundations have participated with us to make this campus a reality. We couldn't have done it without the James Graham Brown Foundation, the Gaines Foundation, the PNC Foundation, the Goldring Foundation, Sandra Frazier, and so many other donors who said, yes, this matters. And most importantly, of course, Frank and Paula Harshaw, who saw the vision for housing young adults who have come out of foster care. I've also had the pleasure of being involved in 2 really important volunteer projects. I was co-chair of the Comprehensive Land Use Plan with Cliff Ashburner, and I know Cliff's here somewhere, my good friend Cliff, and really appreciate the opportunity to work with him on that. But prior to that, I was involved with Vision Louisville, and I led the Living focus team, which was about neighborhoods and housing and quality of place. And one of the things that kept coming up through all of Vision Louisville was how we put families and seniors and young adults all back together in community, knowing that that would create a more compassionate community for us all. That was a seed that was planted then, and I hope that you like how that blossomed into all of Riverport Landings. We appreciate everybody who's been involved, and we appreciate the support that we've gotten to make this a reality. When affordable housing is combined with education, career development, and supportive programs, new opportunities make way for new possibilities, and we all benefit. There's one other ingredient that makes this recipe complete, and that is our scholars. The single parents and foster alumni who come to us to make the most of these new opportunities succeed because they are determined to forge a new future for themselves and their families. Education is integral to achieving their career goals, and safe, affordable housing provides the stability necessary to focus on school. Here to share a little about her story and what this opportunity means to her and her daughter is KAYLN MADDOX. Please welcome her.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm a little nervous, but I'm also extremely excited to have this opportunity to be here today. As Miss Kathy said, my name is KAYLN MADDOX, and I call the Frank and Paula Harshaw Riverport campus home. I moved in earlier this year with my 4-year-old daughter, Makari, and there are not enough words to describe what these past few months have been like for us as we settle into this new chapter in our beautiful apartment. It has not been easy becoming a teenage mom, navigating motherhood, and managing school and financial responsibilities. But thankfully, my path led me to the Family Scholar House, which has made all these responsibilities and struggles feel more manageable. I have to admit, when I first heard about the Family Scholar House, it sounded too good to be true. Hearing that people were there to support me, provide my family with housing, academic coaching, and life skills all in one place, I had attended orientation, learned about the program, and immediately began to work to move up on the waiting list. When I found out we were going to move on this beautiful campus, tears filled my eyes. I could not contain all the emotions, the opportunity to live in our own space, to focus on school and continue to grow as a mother and a student. I am currently a sophomore at the University of Louisville, majoring in nursing. Right now, my focus is to get accepted into the upper division program of nursing for the spring. My ultimate dream is to help others by sharing my passion with patients and their families. I hope to show people how much possibility there is in life. My daughter is a bundle of light and laughter. Watching her grow up and discover the world around her is my favorite thing. I pray she never loses her sense of wonder. I love that the Family Scholar House provides programming not just for me, but also for my daughter. Just as I am afforded an opportunity to learn and grow, so is Makari. Family Scholar House isn't just my home, it's my community. Makari seeing me complete my dreams while she works to figure out hers is something I never thought possible. In closing, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone that made this campus possible for us, from the very first conversation to all the meetings and planning and construction, to donating furniture and clothes to our new homes. By supporting this project, you are supporting my family. You are making it possible for Makari to play in a safe environment with other kids and for me to pursue my dream. I will officially graduate and become a registered nurse in 2021, and you are all invited. Thank you again for believing in this program, this project, and this family. Your belief helps me continue to push on those long days and set examples for the type of person I want to be, a person that pays it forward for the next family in need. Thank you.
You know, that's what this is really all about, and I'm so glad and proud to be a part of this. There are way too many people to thank, for the people that pick up the trash and frame and do all the work here. But I do want to specifically call out some of our partners, the Weber Group, Studio A Architecture, Genesis Engineering, and so many others that I know would take me all day to thank. From LDG's perspective, I want to thank our project leader on this, Michael Gross. And for Marion, I'm going to speak for Jake now. I want to thank Kimberly Stevenson. Those two were at it every day. Michael specifically had to listen to me push him and gripe every day to get, hey, let's get this done. But they do a lot of the work, and I get to stand up here and take the credit. So I want to thank them. At this point, we have units open, we have tours available, so you can go see the units, you can go see what this community's all about. You can tell your friends and family that you've seen it, you can tell people to come here and live, and you can help us in the future as a community to have more places and opportunities for our people here. We also have a couple of food trucks over here, so everybody have a great day, and thank you all so much.